A long day for law enforcement officers across the state. Nearly 30 people arrested overnight. 20 of those arrests taking place on Maui, where demonstrators didn't make it easy for construction crews to make their way up to Haleakala. Late last night and early into this morning, more than 100 protesters were met by Maui police officers near the central Maui base yard. Linked by PVC pipe, protesters blocked the exit to Mokulele Hwy, where construction crews were trying to make their way so that work could continue on the Daniel K. Inouye solar telescope. Officers eventually were forced to pry demonstrators apart. Maui police say that 13 men and 7 women were arrested. Demonstrators say that the police officers were respectful of their demonstration.
I'm so proud and I'm so humbled to know all of these people, those that are standing in the line right now, those that have already been arrested, and those that are waiting, that are walking the crosswalk. We're going to stay here until we stop it.
And around 1 a.m., 2 semi-trucks loaded with material and supplies were escorted through the crowd of remaining demonstrators. Officials with the Daniel K. Inouye solar telescope also spoke with KITV4 this afternoon. They say that despite the protests last night and early this morning, attempts to block the convoy, and all the equipment did reach the project site. They sent us this picture taken this morning of the construction of the telescope. They say that $170 million of the allotted $340 million for the project has already been spent. The telescope is already 85% completed. This after a long public and legal process that started back in 2005. 50 consultations, 7 injunctions, and several court challenges later. The project manager says that he hopes to reconnect with the many people who do support the project and bridge the gap with those who don't.
We respect very much the protesters and their ability to express their feelings. We do think that there are other people that do support the project, and we, of course, believe very strongly in the good that the project will do. The science that will come out of that, the knowledge that will come out of that, will be given back to the public, to the world, to better understand the sun, our nearest star, which affects so much of life on Earth.
Construction started back in 2010. Court challenges stalled it until 2012. There is a pending judicial review in the state Supreme Court, but McMullen says that they've maintained the legal permits to keep the construction going at this time. It is expected to be completed in mid-2019. And he says that most of the exterior work is already done. In the meantime, the project's cultural advisor is planning talks with the community to hopefully reach a better understanding. McMullen says that the next convoy is planned for sometime in the next couple months.